Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to today's live stream update. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, and I'm just getting my feet back under me. I've been down with some medical issues, but it's partly my fault, so everything's back on track and we're going good. So, but we are going to be doing these live streams every other week now. And then every other week we'll be posting an update on Discord. So if you're not already following us on Discord, we highly encourage you to rejoin the server or to stop in and say hi as we kind of continue to move forward through this migration process. The days are counting down. We're looking at bringing in some innovation and some really interesting ideas that will help us actually, keep people coming back and get people engaged in the process. So I am going to keep this live stream today brief. I just have a few things to kind of share and go over. And I know most people watch this after the fact. So, but if you are here, if you've joined us and you've got any questions, please feel free to throw that in the comments. Hey, Scully. Scully says hi. You're one of our dedicated troopers, so appreciate you being here. So I'm going to go ahead and go through a few things here, share this with you. Probably going to skip over that. That's just a review. We are, all of this is pretty much a review. It is July 10th. We have a new vote up for you to take a look at for your approval. There's only about 5 days left to vote. We've seen our participation dwindle, even though I'm going to show you some stats here in just a second. The stats don't, the engagement doesn't really reflect the stats that we're looking at when it comes to visitors to our Discord and people engaging, clicking, going to different channels, etc. So I'll be sharing that here in just a second. But you do have 5 days left on the current vote. This vote is looking to we're looking to do a significant upgrade to how we leverage the quote unquote accelerator. As you know, the accelerator's gone through many iterations since we launched almost 5 years ago. In fact, we're coming up on our 5-year anniversary. So we've had several iterations of the accelerator and the auctions and everything else. So this is going to hopefully kind of put a bow on that and give us give us some leverage to really get people engaged in participating in the protocol. So, but I do want to, let's see if I can get this to come up easy. That's that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so here's the DAO vote. Like I said, we haven't had a whole lot of engagement, but so far everything is in the approval. What I want to look at here is some of our stats. We've had 128 new members since March. Not a whole lot, but these are members that aren't getting booted because they're scamming or because these are actually people that have come in, stayed in, and had some form of engagement. But this is the number that really is kind of important for me, and I think to the team. And this might surprise you, but since March of this year, which has been about 4 months, coming up on 5 months, but we are averaging 723 visitors a month. Those are 723 unique visitors a month. Only about 17 of them are actually participating in conversations. So that is drastically down from where we used to be. We're looking at these metrics and we're looking at these stats to help us know where to focus some of our engagement and how we're going to do our engagement, which really is going to rely on going outside of the community to bring in more participants and really kind of ramp up engagement from that process. But month by month, we have 720. So there's 723 members that are paying attention, that are coming in and taking a look at what's going on, taking notes, doing whatever. But and when I went in and I looked at some of these metrics, it was really kind of reassuring that it's really easy to think that the project's dead. I mean, we're not getting enough engagement in our chats to really have a conversation and to keep conversations going. I do believe that's going to change as we start to roll out some of the new stuff that we're doing, as we start to roll out some engagement farming concepts. And we've got some press releases and everything that are getting ready to go out. But we did take a little bit of a reset over the last few weeks as we've been re-evaluating how we're going to do the ecosystem with the accelerator and better manage the DAO. So all of these things give us insight into what the potential for engagement looks like. This is another metric that I think is important, and that I didn't realize until I looked at this. But there's 268 other servers that follow our announcements channel. So I don't know if you knew you can do this, but if you have a Nitro account and you have your own server, or if you're another project and you're wanting to follow a project, you can actually set up a thread that picks up announcements from other threads. We've done this in the past with some of our partnerships, and we're going to be doing that again here soon with some new partnerships that are coming on board. But I was really surprised to see this number, 268 other Discord servers. When we make an announcement, it shows up in a feed on their server. So I thought that was pretty telling as far as previous interest and engagement. And all of this, I think, is going to really kick back in as we approach the actual migration and move to base. So, and then let me see. I'm going to go back here. Okay. I don't want to do that. Okay. So talked about the vote. We're reviewing we reviewed the stats. There's a very specific and I didn't put the link in here. The links are in the description of this video. So we do have links to the claiming tokens, specifically the claiming tokens tab on our support docs. And with this recent vote, with this new vote, we are extending our countdown a little bit. So we are looking at mid-September, which is going to be right in step with our 5-year anniversary, which is kind of exciting. We're right now, I'm currently reviewing several onboarding and wallet management processes, including Rabby.io, CrossMint, Dynamic, Privy. These are systems that we're looking at that will, once we relaunch the new DApp, will make it easy for someone to use their credit card to buy and stake Axion, to buy and stake Axion from another chain. Actually, with CrossMint, if we end up going with CrossMint, you can purchase. It's kind of like a purchase bridge. So if you're on Polygon and you want to purchase Axion on the Base network, that transaction can happen from Polygon. It completes on Base, and then you can go to Base and access your account with the project. So there's some really dynamic XYZ. There's some really dynamic tools and processes that we're looking to incorporate when we relaunch. Of course, we're adding to the knowledge base. We're continuing to meet with several community potential partners. We do have 2 partners that I was hoping that we would be able to introduce them and announce that this week. It'll probably be now in 2 weeks, but that'll give us some time to really set things up and have things prepared, because we will be introducing those partnerships on the actual live stream. And next week we're going to be doing an online report. Now, granted, if things move a little faster, and if things start moving faster, the reason I went to an every other week with a live stream is things are still kind of in a gear grind momentum. So we're just looking to get that momentum picked up. We're looking to get to where we're all focused on specific aspects. So you're going to start to see some things starting to kind of be completed and finished and wrapped up, and bows tied, and and we're going to be able to start sharing some of that stuff. At least that's the goal, right? That's the hope. So let's see. I'm going to go back over here. Like I said, this is going to be kind of short and sweet. This is, there we go. What do we have here? Okay, so again, so in the details of this video, you can see a link to get to this page, which is the claiming tokens on page. Now this was updated. I don't know why it's not showing it. There we go. I just had to refresh it. So it is. We are now planning on sometime between September 8th and 22nd. We're probably going to time it as close as we can to our 5-year anniversary. There is a nice article on Medium. If you are following us on Medium, I highly encourage you to share it, to help us get the message out. Help us in the social media and the posts and everything else. We can only do so much, and we need the community to help us really kind of get it across the finish line. And that's really, that's kind of the gist of our report for the week. And we'll have a team meeting tomorrow, and hopefully starting this next week is when our press releases are gonna. We were prepared to start sending these press releases out to some pretty big media outlets and some online outlets, some crypto outlets, as well as traditional media outlets. But when in our last real big team meeting, when we started discussing these potential changes for the accelerator, that kind of set things off to the side a little bit until we could get this clarified, get things kind of dialed in, make sure we had a vote up, make sure that we had consensus, make sure we had support. And now we're back where we were at right before when we shifted gears a little bit. So do expect some announcements around that, I hope, next week. I will be spending some time working over this weekend, because I unfortunately had to take a couple of days off this week because I was not feeling well. And if you've ever had hypertension or high blood pressure, you probably know what I'm talking about. You don't want to take that lightly. And I did kind of take a few things for granted, and I thought maybe I was doing better than I was. And so I reduced my medication, and then I wasn't taking it consistently, and it caught up to me. So that's on me. That's my fault. And that's been solved. We're not going to do that again. So anyway, I don't really have much more to share. I'm going to be updating our support docs based on this current vote. And then we will kind of get back to where we're doing feature updates along with these live streams. And again, so right now, next week is slated to be an update on Discord. If things change, and again, if things start to move a little quicker than they have been, then that might turn into a live stream next week. So we'll just keep you posted on that. In the meantime, check out the support docs. Come hang out with us in Discord. I do have my space on X tomorrow. Check in the Discord server for links to that if you want to tune in. We are kind of reorganizing that program, trying to come up with something that we can actually market and grow. So it's all kind of fitting into place. Just takes time. And I don't have anybody with me. I let everybody know that, today was just going to be a short and sweet. And we're about 20 minutes in. So, Scully, any questions? Are you still there? Any questions? Feel free to pull it up. I know I only have a couple people watching right now. Most people do check these out after the fact. But you can always come into Discord. We do have an AMA question thread. We have a questions and concerns thread. We have a proposals and what's that one? It's called what do we call that one? We call it our suggestions and proposals thread. So if you have any ideas that you want to share with us, if you have any potential partnerships, if you have any introductions that you'd like to make, if you have anything you think that might bring some value to the ecosystem as we move forward, then please do share it. Come in, open up a ticket, and let's get connected. So, all right. That being said, come back over here, double check. Scully says all good. It's good to see you, even though I don't see you. Good to be seen. Good to have you here. All right. So that'll do. We'll see you guys next week. Have an awesome weekend. And yeah, we'll catch you later. Cheers.